So these were visuals that we are showing you, and we have spoken with several security officials, several police officials, former director generals of police in India, and they've all weighed in on the situation. Of course, it goes without saying this is a massive breach. The visuals that you are seeing on your screens, viewers, is of a man who entered the Parliament chamber where the members of Parliament were having their session. This was the winter session of Parliament, which is underway. The Prime Minister of India is also in this same chamber on different days. He was not there today, but all these members of Parliament, they sit there, and while the session was on, a man entered. As you can see on your screens, he jumped on top of the tables. He was trying to make his way to the Speaker, Birla, and there is not a single security officer inside. It is extremely scary, as I would like to say it now. It's not just uncanny that there was a threat to the Parliament on this specific day where we have seen this breach which has happened. As of now, just to discuss matters further, we're now going to cut across to our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, again, you're there. I just want to cut across to you on this. Now, Pannu had mentioned this date. He mentioned there will be an attack, and the fact that this massive security breach has happened on the same day. Is it more than a coincidence now? Are his threats to India, are they supposed to be taken more seriously?
Well, essentially, we know that Pannun had threatened the Indian Parliament on around 13th of December, which is the day when we know the country marks the anniversary of the Parliament terror attack. Now, essentially, we are still awaiting the details as to what was the motive of these two persons who were involved in this incident. But this is truly a shocking development. Now, the Lok Sabha, the lower house of the Indian Parliament, has resumed its proceedings, and we also know that the Lok Sabha Speaker has said that there will be an investigation over the entire development, and this is a concerning development. But essentially, the fact that two persons were able to get inside the sanctum sanctorum of the Parliament is something truly shocking. Last 1 hour has been something very shocking, and we have seen how the canister that was used also being shown. The canister, they were able to get inside the Parliament, and the gas came out in the Parliament. So essentially, there will be an inquiry. I'm pretty sure that heads will roll in this incident, coming on a day when India pays tribute to the martyrs of the terror attack, where, of course, the Pakistani terrorists were responsible. But what was the motive is not known. Whether they were being instigated, it is not known. What slogans they were chanting is still not known. But what is known is the fact that they were able to beat the security, go inside the Lok Sabha, and, of course, physically deal with the MPs, which is another concerning element of this development. Right now, they are in police custody. But shocking development, we have seen wall-to-wall coverage in past 1 hour over this development. And of course, we know that how Parliament works. The security parameter is very tight. You just can't walk inside the Parliament like that. There are multiple layers of security. There is physical security element as well when you go inside the Parliament. In this case, they were able to go and, of course, carry the canister. In fact, you can't even carry the mobile phones as well inside the Lok Sabha. They were able to carry a canister is something that is shocking. We have seen the visuals coming from inside the Parliament, outside as well, where the MPs have spoken and narrated their ordeal in terms of dealing with these two persons, miscreants. And of course, we also know that essentially the MPs who have spoken so far with the media present there have talked about how shocked they were over this development.
Siddhant, of course, we will be checking in with you on all the latest developments as they are coming in. For now, we're going to let you go. We are going to be slipping into a short break. This is WION World is One. We are tracking the biggest story which is happening at the moment in India. A massive security breach in the Indian Parliament. Was it an act of connivance? Was it a threat from a Khalistani terrorist? We are going to be tracking the story by the minute.